Hello and welcome everyone to the login. Yes, we are in the library, as you can see by all these books. I've been having a quick look at some of the books. We have Winning, we have For Your Improvement. So a lot of positive books here at the login. And of course we've had our coffee and I'm here with Jamie Morgan. Hello Jamie.
Nice to see you, Neil.
Nice to see you too. We've been chatting for the past few months.
We have.
And we finally sorted an interview out, which is absolutely amazing. But not just an interview. You are coming on board as the business guru, aren't you?
I'm indeed.
You are.
Looking forward to launching a new platform here with you guys and interviewing some local business owners and talking about some of the things that are affecting them and their businesses at the moment.
Which is quite a lot of things, actually.
It's going to be a roller coaster ride.
It is. Fun. So the sort of weekly podcast you're going to be doing here at SMJ. So, but let's find out about you. This is what today's all about. The fun part. Let's find out about you now. You are a marketing guru.
Yeah, I'm a small business coach and marketing mentor. So I help businesses deal with the problems that they're dealing
mentor.
with.
That's a posh word, isn't it?
It is. Mentor is a fantastic word, and I like to explain it to people a bit like the old days when you'd have a master craftsman casting his eye over a young lad that's working away in a wood workshop, and it's a guy that kind of leans over your shoulder and says, you might want to just tweak that a little bit, or doing this way might help you. And that's really what a mentor does, kind of helps people, looks at what they're doing and says, right, let's refine that a little bit or change your technique a little bit and we'll get some better results. So that's really what I do with businesses, help them change their direction a little bit. Okay, now you're local? I'm indeed.
What school did you go to?
Originally I'm from Kent. I'm a Kentish lad. Went to Homewood School in Tenterden in Kent, well known for its steam trains, and I've run businesses for 22 odd years this year, so across Kent, Sussex, Surrey, but now I live in Infirmary Green. So a lovely little bit of the countryside mixed with the town. That's perfect for me.
So you've run a variety of different companies. Now, let's just tap on your education. You I don't know why. Do you make a degree out of anything you do? Is it like, I'm going to do a degree in this, I'm going to do a degree in that, and you just go ahead and do it? Or
it's really interesting that you say that. Most of my career was involved in electrical engineering.
Yeah.
And to a large extent, when you're in those engineering fields, as you'll know with a similar kind of background, you have to constantly prove your competency. And one of the big things for us was always continuous professional development, keeping up to date with standards, regulations, and all the things that kind of went with your life. So when you kind of move from business to business, it's a case of, right, what do I need to gain my credibility? What do I need to gain my knowledge?
Yep.
And how do I do that? So unfortunately, I've got a few certificates behind my name in the different skill sets that
you name them. Let's just go through a few. So you have a degree in?
So I've studied electrical engineering.
Yes.
I spent 18 years in high-level electrical engineering. I've run a food business, so I've got food hygiene qualifications. I've got qualifications in marketing, business coaching, professional neuro-linguistic programming, which is the...
I'm sorry?
Neuro-linguistic programming, which is the use of powerful words within your...
Is that what it says on the certificate you have on the toilet wall?
Like a wallpaper, the toilet with all of the bits. But I find professional development really interesting because there's so many things that you kind of will start a little bit of knowledge on a subject. So, for example, I did a course recently in neuromarketing.
Okay.
There's a client I've been working with that has got an amazing business, and to understand her business, it meant going off and doing some CPD around it. And it's the use of eye tracking and similar kind of facial tracking in marketing. Big companies like Procter & Gamble use it so that they would call you in, do a focus group, and they would see how you react to the packaging on Persil or Bold or things like that. Yeah. Depending on the colours, the fonts, things like that. Depends on whether it's actually going to sell more on the shelf in Sainsbury's than another design. And that whole realm of marketing relates to the way that her
hand
business
gestures, facial expressions, and things like that.
So the cornea of your eye and the pupil will react in split seconds, and depending on how long you dwell on something on an advert, depends on whether that advert's successful and whether it shocked you and it's getting your perception of the advert, or whether you're just casting your eye over it. So there's lots of different parts of marketing and business that when you start to unravel them,
Yeah.
Hugely interesting. And then my role as a business coach is like, how can we bring that into someone's business and actually give them an advantage over the next company?
You want that Christmas Day moment, don't you? When a little kid opens up a gift, they go, "Oh wow, that's what you're looking for."
So in my electrical business years ago, we ran an advert in one of the business magazines, which is somebody that had been burnt with electric shock. Literally had a photo shoot. The guy had fake skin that had all been burnt off, and this full page advert in the business magazine over in Kent. And we got lots of complaints about it because it was too realistic. We sold electrical and fire safety services, and we shocked people.
Yeah.
But the advert worked, because if they were phoning our office, it meant that they paid attention to the advert.
I have been on first aid courses where people have shown, like slides, real slides, and they are a bit horrific. So I think you have got to have that shock treatment to actually trigger that thing in your brain that goes, oh my God, that's really...
It's called disruption marketing, and it literally is about making someone stand still and like, wow. And then following that up with a reason for them to buy from you. So it's really interesting. But as I say, there's always something we can learn. I've always said when I retire, I'll be down the adult education centre learning pottery and all these other different things, because you can fill your time with learning.
You don't have a pottery wheel in your house?
I don't, not yet.
Oh,
but,
okay.
There's time.
So you are you also do with networking, don't you? You have quite a few networking groups.
Yep.
Yeah, I see posts of you all over England. Basically, you drive in your little car all these different places. And at one point, you were there at 6 o'clock in the morning before anyone else.
Yes.
And it was like, Manchester. It was way, way far away.
A little area of my career, I was a regional chairman for 2 trade associations. So I've spent a lot of time supporting other business owners, and one of the big things I used to do was organise a lot of events. Mm-hmm. And networking is absolutely fantastic for small business owners. It's virtually free for most business owners to do. But if you do it with purpose, you can be the only person in a room full of your ideal customers. And I think what networking does for me is connects me with people and helps me to understand their problems.
I mean, I find that myself that as soon as people start talking about networking, I'm like, oh, networking. Oh, it's got that bit of falling asleep sort of. So I mean, I've been to a couple of your groups, and they're just so relaxed. It's chilled. You can buy lunch. You can have a drink. Obviously, a lot of them are in eateries. So it's notice I didn't say pub there. I said so. But the thing is, you seem to have taken it from a boardroom environment into something which is really, really relaxed.
I view the networking events that I run very much as that starter to getting started and getting out there and meeting other business owners. You take a lady that's started a small business around her children, getting into that kind of boardroom environment, it's just not natural for her.
Yeah.
But she needs a support network of people that go through the same things, people that have been there and done it before. And that's very much how I kind of view my networking events, as a kind of social for small business owners.
Which is actually amazing. And the one which I go to as well, like the one on Heatherside, and there's about 20, 30 people that go. Yeah. So the main reason why I go is during the day. I'm not a morning person, so getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to a networking event isn't really my idea. And there's a lot of others, well, which is why you run that one at lunchtime. But then people would say, "Oh well, I'm at work then." So you have the morning one. You even have evening ones as well. Yeah. So, over the next few months, we're going to obviously discover yourself a lot more.
Yep.
During these.
That'd be scary.
It is. You're going to be bringing in. So how's it going to work? What's in your mind about how you're going to do this?
I'm really excited because this gives us a real great opportunity to support the businesses in Camberley and Farnborough and surrounding areas. And if you wanted to start a business tomorrow and you've never done it before, then you've got hundreds and hundreds of questions. What do I do about tax? What do I do about national insurance? What do I do about software? What do I do about taking on my first member of staff? How do I grow my business? So we've started a massive spreadsheet with all the questions that people could ask, and we are going to bring in somebody into each podcast that's just starting out or going through a particular challenge in their business at the time, and I'm going to bring in another expert or another guest along with us. So if you're looking to take on your first member of staff, fantastic. Come and join us in the seat. Let's find out all about your business, and then let's talk to our HR expert about the kind of first steps for you to take towards getting the right person. We know hundreds of businesses at the moment are struggling to recruit, so getting the best advice from the horse's mouth is something we can all share that knowledge if we ask the right questions.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to having some guests and some other experts to bounce off of along the way.
So it's not going to be someone you just bring in someone and then chatting. You're actually going to be solving people's problems and things like that. A bit like a surgery.
Yep.
I can feel the word surgery needs to be put in there somewhere along like business
I'll
surgery.
wear a white coat.
Yeah.
For the first one.
With some pens in the
top. The doctor will see you now. Yeah.
Well, mind you, saying that, I suppose you could always get a doctorate, couldn't you? You could be a doctor of business.
You could. But
you're thinking about that now, aren't you?
I might need a bit more space for the frame.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is in business is we're really guarded in business. I sit down and say to you, Neil, how's business going? Oh yeah, things are fine. Well, that stiff British upper lip, button the jacket, and yeah, things are good. The world's falling down around you outside the door, but we'll always tell everybody that things are going great. And if we were honest, as we were saying in the lead up to our chat today, times are tough out there.
Yeah.
And I remember years ago going through a tough time in business, having some cash flow problems, chatting away to one of my customers, and he said, we've been through that, and this is how I dealt with it. And actually, the whole purpose of our business community is to support each other on our journey.
Yeah.
It's not to, my business is better than your business. We all employ people locally, we all support our community, we all spend our money with each other locally. So, we've got a vested interest in helping each other to survive and thrive. And that's really what our podcast.
And the thing is, it's not just obviously big. There's little tiny tips.
Yeah.
I know we touched. I've spoken to you already about some little advertising techniques, and you said about the little key rings and things like that. Yeah. Things that don't cost a lot of money that people can actually do, because advertising is still quite expensive.
It is. The biggest problem that most people have this psychological problem with spending money for marketing and advertising because they don't see a return on it.
Yeah.
The most common problem is they stop too quickly.
Now this during lockdown.
How often do I need a plumber? How often do I need an electrician? How often do I need my car serviced? If you think about your car being MOT'd,
yeah,
there is one day out of 365 days that your car needs to be MOT'd. There's probably 2 weeks leading up to that where you're primed to actually book an MOT.
But it'll be the day before.
Yeah,
my car MOT runs out tomorrow, but you've known about it for 2 weeks. So what do? You sort of phone up the mechanic, I need my MOT runs out tomorrow, and they go, oh, we can't fit you in until next week.
But they could be marketing to you all year round.
Yeah.
And you've only got that 2 week window where you're actually in the buying mode.
Do you know?
And that's what most people forget, that actually most people don't want to buy from you right now. Doesn't mean they're not interested in the product. Doesn't mean they don't want your service. It means that I'm not ready.
That's very true. I mean, I use Facebook as plumbing and with Reds, and basically once a week, yeah, you just put something out there just so people know you're there. And during lockdown, it was exactly the same because nothing's going on, but you don't want people to forget you. No. So that's
one of the biggest things at the moment. Businesses sadly are disappearing.
Yeah.
And for those of us that aren't doing any marketing, it's dead easy for someone else to steal your customers because someone else will be doing some marketing. So if you're still in business, tell the world you're still in business. I'm still here. Educate them, inform them, teach them something. But in the meantime, you're saying to them, hey, still over here, we're surviving. We still want you. I went to a fantastic restaurant at the weekend, absolutely beautiful. Purposely made the choice that we were going to go to an independent.
Yeah.
Because you know what, the chains have got a big pot of cash and investments and things like that. The independent guys, they're out there. They need us to be spending the money there.
They do.
But they've got to be talking to us as well.
And on that note, I'm afraid we can't. I'd love to chat. I can chat for hours with Jamie. I'll tell you about business. But the thing is, we've got podcasts coming up, and we've got visual casts and things like that. So you've got a lot to talk about. So thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you very much to Login for letting us in this fantastic library. And Jamie was looking at the books earlier as well. He's seen a few that he's going to spot. We're going to have another cup of coffee and have a bit more of a chat.
We are indeed.
So thank you very much, and we'll see you all soon. Now I need to talk to you about these key rings. Now with the key rings. Hi, Neil here from the SMJ Media Group, and I want to tell you about a fun new app we've got, which is just here. Okay, basically what you do is you click on the app, and if you support us or you're a fan of our page, you can donate for us to have a coffee. Now, I know that seems a bit strange, but the thing is, we are a non-profit company. So what we do is we rely on donations from guys like you to help us carry on the work, because everything we do is for free. Okay, so please, 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 click on the coffee button and buy us a coffee, and you are supporting us so we can carry on the work that we've been doing for the many, many years. Thank you.